Hi guys, and welcome back to Fine Foods Food Review. It's the only place on YouTube where you can see me eating food, and today we're going for a very Italiano themed meal because we are going to be eating a wonderful pizza, which is Italian for pizza. Now, this pizza has a little bit of a twist because when I bought it in the store, I misread the label and I thought that this was going to be a 3-cheesed pizza, which is already quite strange because usually it's a quattro formaggi, which means 4 pizzas. Sorry, 4 cheeses. But this 3-cheese pizza has one fundamental flaw, and that is the fact that the word cheese is spelled with a Z. And if you look deeper into this, this says a pizza that is topped with a tomato sauce, which is very regular for an authentic Italian pizza. Then it says that it has vegan mature cheese with a Z and not Zarella. Now, I would assume that not Zarella is a pun on the classic Italian cheese mozzarella, but I could be wrong there. Now, from this itinerary, I'm only counting 2 cheeses, so I feel like they may have falsely labelled this as a 3-cheese pizza, and even looking at the slices, you know, it looks like we just have a yellow cheese and a white cheese, which I assume is the mozzarella, but I'm not really sure what a yellow cheese is doing on a pizza. Usually when you have cheese on a quattro formaggi, you have mozzarella, you have gorgonzola, which is a nice blue cheese, then you have maybe parmesan, and then something else that's like a white cheese, like ricotta or stracciatella. But all of those are white cheeses, so I'm very excited to try out this yellow cheese. And I mean, I'm already a little bit pissed off at the fact that they misspelled the word cheese. Perhaps this is an American style of pizza, and that's how they spell it in America. But in Italy, we spell it Formaggio, so not with a Z. Now, I've done enough talking, so let's go straight into this plant-based cheese eating. And I'm just gonna peel this off the top, and the cheese is very slimy and it's adhered right to the back of my first slice. But without further ado, we're gonna fold it in half. This is my preferred pizza eating technique because I'm too lazy to cut my pizza into 8 slices, so I just like to have a double big one. Anyway, let's go in and take a look at the pizza. Now you can really hear that squelching around in my mouth, and I promise that it's as slimy as it sounds. The creaminess of the cheese feels very plasticky, and I don't know if you've ever had Dairy Lee Dunkers with the cream cheese that you put the breadstick in, or it's almost like a melted Kraft single, that sort of American burger cheese consistency. I would say in terms of actual taste, well, let's go in for another bite and I'll give that a full in-depth flavor profile analysis. It's interesting. I'd say they've got the tang of the cheese, but it almost feels like they're overcompensating for the fact that this is not a dairy-based cheese, and they're really amping it up with some sort of artificial cheese flavor because this is a really intense cheese flavor. It's almost like the little banana sweets that taste so much like banana that they're not even like a banana anymore. I'm gonna go in for a final bite. That was a very cheesy one. It really glues up your mouth. I'd say the sourness of the tomato is very nice, and it helps cut through that plasticky, gooey cheese. I feel like if I ate this whole thing, which I probably will do off camera because I'm very hungry, it would leave me feeling somewhat sickly, and I wouldn't have to eat for the rest of the day, I should imagine. So, overall, do I feel like this cheese with a Z is better than regular cheese? I would go as far as to say no. I do not believe that. Overall, for a pizza, I would say that this is somewhat disappointing. I'll get you a fresh slice up here so we can take a look at it together in its entirety. First of all, starting at the crust, it seems that they have attempted somewhat to perform a classic Neapolitan base with the really puffed up crust, but unfortunately it hasn't quite puffed up as much as one should like, and it's almost feeling like a Romano crust. However, it's not quite thin and crisp enough to be a Romano crust, and these little bubbles here would assume that it was an attempt at a Neapolitan crust, but it's sort of fallen somewhere in between. And if I take a quick bite of the crust to analyse that, it doesn't have that nice sourdough kick, it doesn't have the chewiness, but it's not crunchy enough to be Romano either. So the crust is not doing it for me. Now, if we flip it over to the back, usually on an authentic pizza, you'd see a lot of little speckled marks from where the pizza is slightly burnt on the bottom. And here, whilst they're definitely present, it feels a little bit underwhelming. And it says that it's a stone-baked pizza, but you know, the stone baker-ness is really lacking, and that base is so thick and stodgy that I, don't feel like it's been cooked by an Italian man. And I can't say what the ethnicity of the man who baked this pizza is, but I can assume that he's not Italian because this is nothing like an Italian pizza. So overall, the M&S 3 cheese stone-baked pizza, I'm going to give it a solid 3 out of 10. Now, I'm sure if you're vegan and you can't eat dairy cheese, you may enjoy this, but I feel like there are much better plant alternatives to cheese than what M&S are offering up here. I recently had a very nice coconut milk based feta cheese, and that tasted identical to a real, I think it's sheep's milk feta cheese. And that just goes to show that any type of plant milk, if it's treated the same way as a dairy animal milk, that can be used in real cheese. And I think that there's no point in putting the cheese with a Z, because any milk that's given the cheese process is cheese, and that is my final verdict on that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching Fine Foods Food Review, the only place on YouTube where you can see me eating food. I hope you have a nice day. Don't forget to share this video with all of your vegan friends so that they know that this isn't the best pizza for them, and that they could do a lot better, maybe even making their own pizza with better plant-based cheese than what M&S is offering. So that's all from me. Goodbye. That's all from the pizza. As they say in Italiano, ciao, or arrivederci. Anyways, it's time for me to end the video, so goodbye. And leave a comment telling me what your favourite cheese is. Okay, goodbye.